I have to say, recently my life is a mess because I found a new job and the job is so stressful every single day. Since I joined this company like 2 weeks ago, every single day was like a torture, you know. Like this job was like freaking me out at the beginning because after I began, I started this job, you know, like my pressure was multiplied, and because in the last 1.5 years, I was quite relaxed because I didn't do many jobs. I only worked 2 days at most 3 days, you know, every week, and now like suddenly the work was immediately becoming much more demanding. The workload was not a joke. So I was like really burned out at the right beginning. So in the last 2 weeks, I found it so hard to sleep at night. Actually, it was not very difficult for me to fall into sleep. But the real problem is that after 2 to 3 hours, I would wake up in the middle of the night. And then like at around 2 or 3 a.m. And then I cannot fall back to sleep right away. Usually took me 1 hour or 2 hours to, to fall back into sleep again. So that was the hardest part. And then next morning, I would wake up feeling so sluggish and dizzy, even having a headache. Yeah, so I've been suffering from this sleep problem in the last 2 weeks. And actually, this problem has been has been bothering me for a while. Because back in 2021, I started to have this sleep problem, and then I just found it really hard to deal with it. I went to the hospital. I took Chinese herbal medicine, and they worked for a while. But then, if I experience something like stressful, I would have this problem again. So it's like non-stop and constant problem. And now when the pressure is up, and then this problem showed up again. So it's like so hard to get rid of it. I remember before 2021, sleep was never a problem to me. I could sleep very, very well when I was younger, when I was a teenager. I don't know what happened to my body. It's just like something has changed. Probably it's because I'm getting older, and then, find it harder to sleep. Yeah, I don't know. But I really hope this problem can be properly solved, and I would never find it hard to sleep. And I just hope I can get a complete sleep every night. Yeah, it's never a problem for me to sleep, right? For the first round, yeah, but it's just like so hard. Like, why do I get so easily wake up in the middle of the night? I think it's mainly because of the stress. Yeah, I just have so much stress, in the last few years. And for example, I sometimes encounter some very mean coworkers, and I found it so hard to deal with people, get along with my coworkers, and sometimes the working dynamic was too toxic, and I didn't know how how to really make it, So I think it's all because of the stress. And now, since I started the new job, stress was, okay. I think it's not only about me. Many people have the same struggle, same difficulties in sleep and in dealing with people in the workplace. But I just want to know, I think I would try to figure it out. Is there any, how to say that, long-term solution? I mean, I want to find a trick. I mean, yeah, it feels like a trick to my body, so I can successfully turn things around, turn the situation around, because currently the situation is really bad. And I really need some remedy here to heal my body and to heal my my sleep. Yeah, I don't know. Damn, it's so hard. Life is hard, really. Recently, I just had this, perception, this realization that life is fucking hard. Yeah. But anyway, yesterday I met a person because, I talk on a chatting platform, which is a place that I can talk to strangers. Yeah, I love that place. I started to use this app from 2023. Yeah, till now it's been 3 years. Oh my God. Yeah, I met so many beautiful people there. Yeah, I think I'm so lucky. And yesterday, because, the night before, I lost my sleep again. So yesterday morning, I woke up feeling so sleepy and so tired. And then I was like, life is a hell. I just shared my experiences with that person. I remember that person is from Morocco. Yeah, he is still a student studying in the university. And then he asked me, how are you? And I was like, life is so bad. I feel so bad. And then I just told him everything about it. And he started to say, hey, come on, be happy. Don't be sad. And I was like, why should I be happy? Life is the hell for me recently. Like, how can I be happy living in the hell? And then he just comforted me by saying that, hey, compare yourself with someone who is still suffering from hunger, and there are so many people who are, starving, who are suffering from illness, Yeah, so please try to be happy. And then I was like, yeah, he's right. Yeah, think about those people who are living in an even worse situation, right? I should be happy with all the things I'm having right now. Why should I be so, miserable? Yeah, life is hard at this current moment, but it doesn't mean that it would be hard forever. And I feel immediately happier. Yeah, I feel so grateful. And then he even said, hey, you can add me in Instagram, so I will message you every day. I was like, what? Why? What are you gonna say? He was like, oh, I'm gonna check if you're happy today, every single day. I was like, wow, he's so sweet. So yeah, so he just gave me his Instagram account, but you know what? I didn't add him. I decided to not add him. Not because I don't like him. It's only because that he's such a sweet person, and he gave me this, like healing moment. I felt so touched by his word, and I feel so touched that there is a stranger on the other side of the world who care about me, who care about my happiness. So I immediately feel like my heart was like melted, by his words. And to save this beautiful moment, this warm moment, I decided to nod at him, because I feel like in this way I can keep this memory, like untouched. Because after I added him, I would have other like conversation and new memories, and which might not be as good as this one. So I want this memory to stay in the most beautiful way, like staying untouched. Yeah. Because recently, as more the more I talk with the people, the deeper the conversation goes. I found it harder to how to say that, to maintain a good relationship with people. Yeah, many conversations started in a very good way, and I feel like happy talking to that person. But the more we talk, the deeper the relationship goes into, the harder to maintain. Yeah, so I'm so worried if this relationship can go harder, in the long run. So instead of adding him, creating more memories, or even having like harder time with him later, I decided to, to not touch it at all. So I just wanted to stay in an untouched way, so I could cherish this moment and even think about it over and over again, and to heal me over and over again. This is how I'm thinking. So yeah, I'm just so happy to have those healing moments in life from time to time, because life can always be hard. You will always have those unhappy, stressful moments. But anyway, at a certain time, you still have those sweet moments to heal your heart, and so you can keep going on. Yeah, life is like that. Yeah, thank you so much for the listening. I really feel blessed to have those beautiful people in my life. Hope to see you again. Bye.